We have traveled thousands of kilometers, stayed in the most popular resort areas and spent time in the wild nature. Fantastic landscapes, endless steppes, unique lakes and high peaks. Every time we discover Kazakhstan in a new way. Yet there is still so much to see and learn. They say that if you crawl under the stone and make a wish, then it will come true. Let's see how true the legends are. Well, I'll have to try anyway. So, in the last program, we visited the mysterious area of Ulytau. We enjoyed the stunning landscape, listened to the beautiful singing of birds, swam in the lake, and are ready to continue our fascinating trip. Today we are going to a sacred place, the unique mausoleum of Domalak Ana. You will find out who this mysterious person really was, why this place attracts dozens of pilgrims every day. Our next destination is an amazing mountain range of central Kazakhstan called Ulytau. This was the place where many Kazakh Khans had their residences. Stay with us for another interesting adventure, and so we begin. Saryarka, central Kazakhstan, the very heart of the country. It took us a long time to get here. The heat, bumpy roads and lack of sleep have not stopped us from coming here. However, the team members have lost lots of energy and started to feel homesick. Yet, they are still determined to continue the journey. Don't forget about our competition. Share a photograph of your travels in Kazakhstan in the social media with the hashtag across the Kazakh land and get a chance to win valuable prizes from us. The Ulytau is the oldest mountain range in central Kazakhstan. It stretches out across the steppe for 200 kilometers from its north to its south. The distance from Karaganda to Ulytau is 663 kilometers. Travel time 8.5 hours by car. Vitaly, hello. Here you are. Just a couple of questions. What can you say about the Ulytau mountains? Uly means great and Tau means mountain. But it is also the name of a vast historical region, not just the mountains. It is the name of the area of 150 by 200 kilometers, a vast territory. Our second film crew has arrived in one of the most beautiful medieval buildings preserved in Kazakhstan, Domalak Ana Mausoleum. Since the ancient times, the Kazakh people have worshipped the spirits of their ancestors. Mausoleums were built to honor them. There are plenty of such architectural monuments throughout the country, but only a small part is very popular among tourists. The distance from Shymkent to Domalak Ana Mausoleum is 80 kilometers. Travel time 1.5 hours by car. Domalak Ana Mausoleum is on the way to Akhmetchet Cave. Domalak Ana's real name was Nurillah. The mausoleum is located in Jibek district of Turkestan region, 80 kilometers from the city of Shymkent. The architectural monument belongs to the 11th century. While Joly is exploring the area, let's go back to central Kazakhstan.
Очень часто говорят, что в моих работах то, чего нету в природе, ну, типа там Photoshop.
People often say that I Photoshop my pictures because they believe such beauty does not exist in the nature. I shoot everything as it is. There is the purity of the nature in my photographs, without the traces of human civilization. This is what we must preserve for the next generations. That is what we should be proud of.
То, о чем будет завидовать потом на мир, что у нас есть это.
So the Ulytau mountain range is closely connected with a national history. Every stone here represents a page in history. This land was popular among many rulers of the nomadic tribes. Genghis Khan's first son, Joly or Joshi Khan, had his residence here. It was from here that Jochi's son Batu Khan sent his army to conquer Eastern Europe. Tokhtamesh, Khan of the Golden Horde, is buried in the Ulytau mountains too. There are 636 important monuments here, 282 of which are listed in the historical and cultural map of the Ulytau Museum Fund.
Чем он интересен? Ну да, с одной стороны, там есть горы.
What makes it interesting? On the one hand, there are mountains, including Mount Aulier, also known as Ulytau. Joly Khan and his descendants worshipped the place and considered it sacred. There are many burials around.
Более того, эти места интересны своими захоронениями вокруг. Так, сам Джучи, он похоронен неподалеку от гор Улытау.
Joly is buried near the town of Ulytau in the valley of the Karakengir River. There is also a burial of Alasha Khan here. Nobody really knows who he was. Some people believe it was Kaknazar Khan or Rus Khan. Maybe it was Genghis Khan himself, considering that the burial is not far from that of Joly. But the Kazakhs believe that Alasha Khan is the forerunner of the Kazakh people.
Но, тем не менее, казахи издревле считают, что Алаша хан – это как бы первопредок казахского народа.
The mausoleum of Alasha Khan was erected in the 10th, 11th centuries. In 1982, he was included in the list of historical and cultural monuments of the Kazakh SSR. Since then, it has been under state protection. Domalak Ana Mausoleum is also under state protection. The building dates back to the 11th century and is a sacred place for Muslims. Every month, thousands of tourists and pilgrims come here to touch the shrine. The mausoleum was erected at the orders of the grandson of Domalak Ana, Donat, in 1456. A master from Bukhara, Abdullah Sheri, was specially invited to build it. Subsequently, the building was destroyed and restored several times. The original appearance was restored in 1996. These white stones were especially brought from Mangostan. There is an inscription at the entrance, a monument in honor of Aksultan's daughter, the great Babujar Ana, and below is a couplet from a song calling for respect for mothers. Today, great attention is paid to the development of tourism in southern Kazakhstan. The local agencies have developed 2 to 3 day tourist routes to the most interesting places of the region. These routes include a visit to 84 historical and cultural sites. There are more than 800 monuments in the south of the country. Every tourist will find a place that will suit their taste.
Большое количество святых мест, большое количество родников, именно не просто родников, а именно таких вот и святых родников, мавзолеев.
There is a large number of holy places, a large number of holy springs, mausoleums, various historical sites, an amazing number of places where people go to heal or pray, heal children, mothers, and I didn't even know that so many people come here until I saw it myself.
Забеременеть, вылечить детей, матерей, родных. Я сначала не знал, что настолько много людей ездит в эти места, пока сам это не увидел.
It is hard to say what I liked the most because I liked everything. Everything is unique. All the areas that we drove through. I have the strongest impression of Almaty region because we spend lots of time there. And because of the diversity, including the mountains, a ski resort, many nature reserves, national parks. Landscapes are just breathtaking. Do not forget to follow our journey in the social media with the help of the hashtag across the Kazakh land. Share your ideas, impressions in the comments section. In the meantime, let's go see how things are going for our second film crew. The Ulytau mountains are sacred for the Kazakh people. Medieval khans were proclaimed here, they ruled from here, had their residences here, and had great council meetings with thousands of people in attendance. It seems that after hundreds of years, this land has still kept its royal grace. The bright sky, peaks, rivers and stones that still convey the atmosphere of those times.
Надо сказать, что и до Джучи-хана, и до Алаша-хана, если он таковой был, люди...
I must say that even before Joly Khan and Alash Khan, people actively settled, lived, died, built and worked in this region. Because the rock art in Terek-T, Baikonur, Tandi, Zhengir-Tas belong to the Bronze Age. Some of the cave paintings belong to an earlier time. There are several locations with such stone art. One of them is the monument of Begazi-Dandibai culture.
Это вот тот самый временной отрезок, Бегази-Дандыбаевское время. В Улытау он также представлен.
Monuments of the Bronze Age, settlements and majestic buildings of Begazi-Dandibai culture were found in many river valleys of central Kazakhstan. The graves of notable historical figures, Aybas Darasi, Uytas Aydos, Akoba and others, still attract lots of interest from the scholars and researchers from around the world. Our exciting journey continues. Do not forget to participate in our competition. Take a photo from your travels across Kazakhstan, share it in the social media with the hashtag across the Kazakh land, and get a chance of winning valuable prizes from us. In the meantime, let's go back to Joly, who is in southern Kazakhstan in the mausoleum of Domalak Ana. Domalak Ana was a kind of woman who had helped other people. That is why she was nicknamed Dikhnat Mama, which means Holy Mother in Persian. Subsequently, the word Dikhnat changed to Domalak. With time, her fame traveled far, and people thought of her as holy. Domalak Ana was the younger wife of Jibek, a famous commander who ruled the Jatisu. The ancient Persian chronicles have record about her life. Domalak Ana, whose real name was Nurillah, was a legendary woman, the third wife of the great commander Jibek B, the progenitor of such Kazakh clans as Dulat, Alban and so on. Nurillah advised her husband, has helped prevent rifts and conflicts between the tribes. Domalak Ana today is a symbol of kindness and motherhood. Legends say that Domalak Ana was a fortune teller. Once her husband's herd of horses got stolen, Jibek B got angry and decided to chase the thieves. Domalak Ana told him not to pursue the criminals because the herd would be returned in 6 days. However, the Batia did not listen to his wife. As a result, 6 of his children from his first wife were killed during the chase. The horses returned home on their own in 6 days. People still come to Domalak Ana to ask for advice and help. Dying, Domalak Ana asked her relatives not to bury her next to her husband, which was the tradition. Instead, she said to put her body in a camel back and to bury her in a place where the camel stops and kneels down. This place was not chosen by chance. Here you can feel a special strong energy. People who come here receive a blessing from Domalak Ana. Mostly childless couples come here to seek help and healing. Is it a miracle or a coincidence, but many families who visited here soon had children. The archaeological monuments, historical and cultural monuments of South Kazakhstan are not just unique. Each of them is a multinational cultural heritage of our country. Most of them are connected with one or more important historical events and with the lives of prominent people. Unfortunately, the ancient buildings are powerless against time. That is why it is so important today to pay due attention to the prevention of destruction or damage to cultural heritage sites. There are a lot of settlements of the Bronze Age, the Saka era, the Karluks, the highest state and cultural traditions that began in the era of the Turkic Khanates, which then lasted during and after the Kazakh Khanate. There are many monuments, starting from the Paleolithic era and ending with modernity. The region is unique with its attractions and is one of the centers of tourism. During our journey, we discovered our homeland from a completely different side. We did not even know how rich and diverse our country is. From the very beginning, I was missing some culture. But when we arrived in Jambal region, especially in Turkestan, yesterday we were in the mausoleum of Ahmet Yasawi. I really liked it. It certainly makes an impression, all these buildings and the scale of the buildings. I wanted to spend more time there. I want to come back here. Next time I want to visit these places with greater awareness. We'll still have things to see in the city and then go to the steppe. I'm sure I will come back here. Well, we are not in a hurry to complete our journey, and right now we will continue to explore central Kazakhstan. In the Middle Ages, this area was called Detish-i Kipchak, translated from Arabic as the country of the Kipchaks. This territory was divided between the Kipchaks, the Oguz and the Kaimaks. We know from history that this land never belonged to only one ruler.
Все эпохи истории Казахстана в таком концентрированном виде, их можно там найти. Ну и плюс очень интересно, в общем-то, зайти на...
All epochs of the history of Kazakhstan can be found there in such a concentrated form. Well, it would be great to go to the top of Ulytau. It is not difficult, and it is a pilgrimage. The path is convenient to ascend for the elderly people too.
Вот, допустим, Едыге — это очень интересная гора в том смысле, что считается, что на ней похоронены эмир Едыге и хан Тохтамыш.
Yedige Mount is interesting because Yedige's and Tokhtamish's burials are here. This is the period of the collapse of the Golden Horde, when Tokhtamish fought against with Timur. He also fought against Yedige for a very long time, but for some reason they were buried on the same mountain. But many historians believe that Yedige died somewhere in Siberia, and Khan Tokhtamish died in the Azov region. The Ulytau mountains remember many great people of the Middle Ages, ambassadors, commanders who were here. The biographies of such historical figures as Abulai, Abulkair, Ketbuga, Kirey and Jibek and many others are associated with the name of Ulytau.
Рядом с селом Сарлык находится холм Алтын-Шакы.
Near the village of Sarlig there is the Altyn-Shaki hill. And on the top of the hill, a stone was installed in 1391. Amir Timur marched with the army to Khan Tokhtamish and made an inscription here. The stone was known in the 17th century. I found the old French map where it was written that Tamerlane had placed his stone here before going to fight against Tokhtamish. Our geologist, Kanish Satpayev, found this stone in the 1930s. In fact, this stone testifies that this military campaign took place on this territory. During the years of great disaster and wars, this region was famous for bringing the Kazakh tribes together against adversities to defeat the Jungars. There is even a track called Kalmyk Kurgan, which means crash in the Jungars. Here the revolts of Kenisari Kasimov, Amangildi Imanov and Ali B. Jangildin took place in 1916-1917. Trade, urban culture, various crafts actively developed here at all times. This is evidenced by studies conducted on the sites of Ayakamir, Oda Bazar, Joly Hood. Historians suggest that trade here arose before the Great Silk Road. Fairs here were held until the 1930s. Ferdowsi described the majestic expanses of Ulytau in his poem titled Shahnameh. The 11th century Arabian traveler Al-Idrisi, in his notes, also noted the beauty and richness of these mountains. They are also mentioned in the folk tales Ya Tostek. In its landscape, the region resembles Kokshetau, Bayanaul or Kakarali. This is truly the pearl of central Kazakhstan. The depth of the Ulytau land holds vast depositories of minerals. There are so many stories here, so many historical periods are reflected here. This is the land of legends. What is its tourist potential? A historical one, pilgrimage or something else? I would say more historical because pilgrimage sites are everywhere. And here you do not need to create anything. Here you see a living history. You just see everything with your own eyes. Ancient mausoleums, cave paintings, or these stones. They all exist. Thank you, Vitaly. Thank you. And what are you doing here? By chance? Photographing. Yes, yes, I'm just passing by. Good luck to you. Follow us for more updates and news in the social media with the hashtag across the Kazakh land. Do not forget to take part in our competition. Travel in Kazakhstan, take photos, share them in the social media and use our hashtag. Get a chance to win valuable prizes. Hurry! Next destination, southern Kazakhstan. Coming to holy places, remember the established rules. Women in trousers or short dresses and without a headdress are not allowed to enter the mausoleum. Moreover, taking photographs underdressed against the backdrop of an ancient mausoleum is also impossible. Men are not allowed to wear shorts or t-shirts, only long pants and long sleeves. But in spite of all the regulations, the rules do not deter the tourists, but vice versa. Every year, more and more people come here. Patrons even had to build a whole hotel complex. Anyone can stay here for the night. Due to the fact that there is self-service, overnight stay in a local guest house will be almost free. Many years have passed since Domalak Ana worked wonders in the world. The mausoleum is included in the list of the main attractions of South Kazakhstan. If you are taking a tour to the mausoleum, then you can also visit the cave of Akhmechet, the mausoleums of Jibek and Kosana located nearby. The trip costs 3,000 tenge for adults and 2,500 for children, students and pensioners.
Казахстан, он действительно уникален в том, что мы имеем все виды ландшафта. У нас есть и, скажем, и
Kazakhstan is unique in that we have all kinds of landscapes. We have the sea, the Caspian Sea, we have great mountains. We have one of the most significant mountain tops like the peak of Kantengri.
Центральный Тянь-Шань, вот, который у нас есть территориально на нашей территории Казахстана, это целый, мощный плацдарм.
We have the central Tian-Shan, a powerful bridgehead for mountaineering. If you take the southern region, there is also an interesting relief. Deserts, endless steppes, the contrast is very powerful. And again, our Altai. We also have Beluga.
Белуха с казахстанской стороны, она, я считаю, может быть даже интереснее, чем с российской стороны.
Today we have visited the amazing picturesque mountains of Ulytau. We will definitely come back here. And we asked for blessing of legendary Domalak Ana. Follow our journey in social media through the hashtag across the Kazakh land. Write your wishes, comments, share stories from your exciting trips. That's all for today. See you very soon.